Wait, do you have any more dumb decks to show me?
Oh, don't even start!
Not that I've built recently, but I have a lot of them.
Oh boy.
I mean, I have Lightsworns. Do you want to see the mess that is Lightsworns?
I mean, sure, why not? Let me see Lightsworns. Boy, let me see this.
This needs, I need to update this at some point. I just don't know how I would. Yeah, this is a pile. I put a whole lot of thought into this. Twilight Swords
I need you
exist.
to explain your thought process, Chief. What is this?
It's Lightsworn.
What is this Lightsworn list? What? I'm so confused. What is this
Why
Lightsworn
is
list?
Twilight Sword
Wait a
Lumina
minute.
here?
Yeah, why aren't you playing the Lightsworn Link monster?
Is that Revival Golem?
Yeah, it's a rival golem. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't mind Revival Golem in there, but I need you to explain your thought process on the rest of this stuff.
All right, let's start with the Lightsworns, and then we'll move on to the random other cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So, your starters, your starter in the main deck would be Raiden.
As
Typically,
always.
you don't really need this card to go off for the rest of your combo to go off, but you don't mind. You hit
It's Raiden.
Raiden, if you hit Wolf, that is essentially the start of the combo there, as you get straight into Chaos Ruler. Other good cards to open in your main hand, Charge of the Light Brigade and Solar Recharge are really nice. I'd 100% prefer Charge of the Light Brigade over Solar Recharge every time, but Solar Recharge is a good option if you have it in hand. You can dump
Both
a
cards are
Lightsworn
really
monster,
good.
draw 2 cards, send 2. It's really good. Both are decent. Chaos Space is actually amazing to see in hand, or off of a mill, because 9 times out of 10 you will have one of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chaos monsters. You will have one of your 7 in hand, or have a way to get one of your 7 in hand, and be able to resolve Chaos Space. Beyond that, sometimes you'll just banish an extra deck monster and be able to recur it with Chaos Space and get a draw off of it. So it's good off the mill, and it's good off opening as well. Minerva is here. Because if you mill Minerva, you get an extra mill.
True.
So, and the other good thing about Minerva is you can summon it off of Hulk.
We could talk. I want to have a Hulk discussion at one point, but let's finish this Lightsworn list first.
Believe it or not, I was like really stretching for Hulk targets, because this list was made directly after Jet Synchron got banned.
Hashtag free Jet Synchron.
And I all of a sudden didn't have Hulk targets. So I was like, oh well, fuck it, I'll just run Minerva.
Yeah. I remember a time where a Hyperfagarax was called Kriston Needle Fiber, and he was
Yeah.
OCG only.
I remember
When he
that,
was-
yeah. You know, for 2
When his
years.
name was pronounceable.
Oh, those were the days!
Hey, Rez, I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a hypothetical question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, do you remember when Full Power Orcus was a thing?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that Orcus as an engine would work with Lightsworns?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. I agree. Do you want me to teach you how to do it? Because that was my first spin on Orcus that I did.
Was Lightsworn Orcus?
Yeah.
Sounds
Before
like
I did.
Sounds like it would probably work. Thank you, Boomcorn, for the host. Let me shout you out real quick.
Shit.
Before I did like Time
Yo.
Thief Orcus, and that's what I really stuck with. I did Lightsworn Orcus, and it was inconsistent but super fun.
Yo,
There's probably more things I need to explain here, like why is Damage Juggler here?
Yeah, why is Damage Jungler?
Okay, you know what?
Juggler
Okay,
there.
so Fellis and Wolf, self-explanable. The Chaos stuff, that's probably self-explanable too. It's Chaos stuff. It's good stuff. It's there.
yeah, bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye. All right. Now we move on to the dumb stuff.
Oh boy.
So the Perform Ages. So Trick Clown,
Yes.
I feel like is self-explanable. If it gets milled at special summons, it's level 4.
Yeah, I don't
Really
mind
decent.
Trick Clown.
It's also nice because if you open it, you can drop it off of Lumina and it special summons itself. Damage Juggler.
Yeah, why is Damage Juggler here?
Damage Juggler is here to search Hat Tricker off of getting milled. Hat Tricker is a free level 4 extender that can be searched off of Damage Juggler.
I mean,
This list
right.
was put together when Damage Juggler was still at 2. Can you believe it that it took Damage Juggler a long ass time to come from 2 to 3?
I don't even. Wow. Makes me feel old. But given that this was made a year ago, since
Blade
Jet
plus
Synchron
fire,
was
true.
banned at this point, yeah, this deck is old,
Yeah.
so I can see this. I can see improvements being made.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure that there are places. Let's see. Revival Golem is just another if this gets dropped, it special summons it card.
Cute. I don't mind it because it's cute.
The one-ofs of Upstart Goblin, in case I have a terrible hand. Literally any one card can make a bad hand a good hand. Foolish Burial, because like 90% of my cards, when they get Foolish Burial, become extenders. Monster Reborn, because Monster Reborn on Lumina is like fucking amazing. And then Called by the Grave, because I don't know, like hand traps kind of hurt, I guess. And then the extra deck is Chaos Ruler, the chaotic magical dragon. Really strong, just like a strong, just a really strong and Lightsworn starter for this deck. Very cool FTK. Oh, by the way, what was it? Casco, drop your replay in the Discord if you haven't already. It's probably in competitive. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, Casco, drop your replay and I'll watch it after I'm done reading. I'll check out your FTK in a moment. Boral Savage, the easiest negate this deck has access to. Michael the Lightsworn. It targets, but it also doesn't destroy, and it banishes. It also, I mean, this deck burns through its entire deck in one turn, so any amount of removal is good, because you kind of want to kill your opponent that turn. FA Dawn Dragster is really nice. It's a spell negate. The deck has kind of rough time getting the pure spell negates. It's usually either monster negates off of Appaloosa or an Omni negate off of Savage. And you can sometimes end on Appaloosa, Savage, and Dragster.
I'm assuming that's why Hope Harbinger is here too.
Hope Harbinger is here because if you get essentially Chaos Creator or Levianeer are both like free Hope Harbingers, because you will have made Chaos Ruler at some point. And Chaos Ruler plus a Levianeer or a Creator is like a free Hope Harbinger, which is really
Yeah.
nice. Minerva is also... This card is really good because it protects your Appaloosa, so you can feel
It
free
does.
to use your Appaloosa negates at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Minerva is an alternate starter or an extender. Either way works.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, this will be a extender rather than an alternate starter. Abyss Dweller is, I mean, if you have 2 level 4s left on your end board and your opponent dies to Abyss Dweller, then
Yeah.
Abyss Dweller.
F.
Dante is interesting.
Why is Dante? Yeah, why is Dante here?
Sometimes you open poorly and you have to make Dante. Sometimes you need a different name for some of your link monsters, and Dante is a different name. Oftentimes you end up with 3 Lumina on board. And sometimes you want to make like an Appaloosa and you need extra names. Well,
wait. How often do you end up with 2 Lumina on board?
you often end up with 3 Lumina on board.
How? You only run 3 copies of it.
Lumina Reborn's Lumina?
Yeah, it does, but okay.
Lumina Reborn's Lumina. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's also a way to get Lumina in the graveyard without needing to resort to making something like Nightmare Phoenix or Nightmare Unicorn.
True. But we do run Phoenix.
Yeah, we do run Phoenix and we do run Unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sorrow User Skull Dread. This card always comes up. It's really good draw. Special
we have
summons the card
3
from your
Link
hand.
4s in this deck.
Yeah. Sorry, Use Your Skull Dread is a combo piece.
Mm-hmm.
Access code
ends
Talker.
games.
Access code ends games. Sometimes you make it. Most of the time
Yeah.
you don't. Appaloosa is usually the second Link 4 you go into. This deck does not play around Nibiru.
No, it does not. I would I would add cross out in this deck. Like, hands
probably.
down.
Nightmare Unicorn is your step up into Access Code Talker usually.
Mm-hmm.
Selene is really nice in this deck.
Remind me what Selene does again?
2+ monsters, including a spellcaster monster. If this card is link summoned, place spell counters on it equal to the number of spell cards on the field and in the graveyard. While in Endymion... Okay, so the Endymion thing doesn't matter, right? Once per turn, during your main phase, quick effect, remove 3 spell counters from your field. Special summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position.
So that brings back...
It brings back Lumina.
It brings back Lumina. It also
Yeah.
brings back all the performances. Like...
Yeah. But you normally use it for Lumina, so you can resolve Lumina more times.
Mm-hmm.
You can resolve Lumina, like...
A billion times.
Yeah. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Phoenix and Hulk. Hulk is the most unnecessary card in this deck, but it is, if you get it on the field, it's a free Selene, because Minerva happens to be a tuner and a spellcaster.
So yay.
It's also a free mill because oh no, it's not a free mill because it's not from field, it's from hand or deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
okay.
good. Originally this deck started off as like I wanted to build Judgment Dragon Turbo, and then like that wasn't happening, so I was like, okay, well let's just build like generic good stuff, Lightsworn.
Right. Let's slap cross out in here.
I'd probably take out like the these 3 right here. Maybe no, maybe the Called By and then the Monster Reborn and the Upstart.
That's yeah, that's all right.
I don't know what I'd cut. Maybe I'd probably cut one of the Chaos Valkyries, for a Nibiru in main deck. Although I might like that might be a side option as well, because usually Nibiru's not in the main.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this thing, I feel like it still kind of needs
Where were those
some
monkeys'
tweaking.
heels
I'm
at?
just not sure where.
Lightsworn is such a weird deck. It definitely needs some amount of tweaking, but it's like the problem with Lightsworn is like what needs to be tweaked. Like it's not like that something needs to be tweaked. It's very much it's not that something that needs it's not that something needs to be tweaked. It's there are like an infinite number of things that can be tweaked in Lightsworn. The deck is so
Yeah.
crazy versatile. It's like what needs to be tweaked to make it the most optimal.
At the same time, what direction do you want to take it in?
That's a good question. I'm not a... The reason I don't play this list very often is because I'm not a very big combo player.
No.
I'm not very good at combo.
I know.
There are like an infinite number of like small changes that could be made. I don't think you can play a real Hulk target. I did play one. I used to play, like, fucking, I'm trying to remember the name of the card. Glow Up Bulb. But Bulb is
Yep.
banned.
Yeah, Bulb is
And I
banned.
only played Bulb. I didn't even play Hulk. I just played Bulb because Bulb was a good card to mill. Because
Yeah.
it's a level 1 tuner and it mills a card from the top of your deck to special summon itself.
Yeah. But it's Bulb. So
Yeah, it's
Bulb is
and
banned.
it's banned, so... Sad times.
This is where I really like I like that you went the chaos direction because that opens up your options a lot. You could run Plague Spreader in this.
I could. That is an option. It is nice, too, because I'd be able to get, like, a wolf or something out of hand.
Mm-hmm. Special summon Wolf from the grave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
In this scenario, bro.
When it's milled from deck to, grave.
Monkey needed healing.
No, I mean, like, just if it's in grave without being milled. That's why I was a little...
Mm-hmm.
You can get it out of grave normally? Okay.
Insta death.
Mm-hmm.
Where were his heals, man? He would have survived if he had his heals.